Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And got a good one for you today because I have a question. And the question is, how bad will it get? That's the question. Uh, I'm in Irvine today. I'm going to feed the birds and just walk around the lake. They just cleaned the lake, so it's really nice out here. And going to take advantage of that. So again, please take a second, like the video, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank everybody that liked the Gerald Celente interview, and I also want to thank everybody that supported Louie. Louie from Smitten with Kittens, you guys donated money, and my heart is full because of it, guys. So thank you one and all, and it went to a good cause, and if you want, I'll make sure that the link is below. We also have a sponsor today, which is Private Internet Access, and I will talk about them a little bit later. But let's get into it, guys. Right now, you're starting to see stories come out about the shopping season. And one great article that caught my attention was this is more Scrooge than it is Santa this year. And people are not happy with the retail sales numbers, and we have to get realistic with this. Now, barring the miraculous turn of events and things turning around and all of a sudden people going to shop like crazy in the last few days, JP Morgan, Macy's, Walmart, Target, Bank of America, all these places step forward and says nothing can save 2022 with the Christmas shopping season. It's not going to be a good year for shopping this Christmas. That's crazy, guys. So nothing's going to save it. It's going to be off compared to previous years. We're not seeing the Santa rally in the stock market right now. Things are not ticking up and taking off like they normally do, because think about this. All these Wall Street fat cats, they make their bonuses year end when the stock market shoots up. Now, I got to be honest with you. If you're, working for JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, all these other places, and they say, hey, listen, we're cutting bonuses by 40% this year. You're really going to hammer this stuff home? Really? Why don't we go on vacation now? And why am I working through Christmas? Spend some time with the kids. So, is that the reason? Who knows? But the malls are dead. The malls are not busy. The restaurants in the malls are busy. I had a meeting today and had to go to a mall, and it was the restaurants were packed, but shopping was not. Nothing is going to save this because people are not spending the money. Apparel is the largest purchase this year. It's not a race for electronics. It's not a race for certain toys. There's no PS19, PlayStation game that's out that everybody's got to have this year. And, it's not a good retail shopping year, to say the least. So, do you guys see different stuff than this? Because I'm witnessing this firsthand. And I think that people just are not spending the money because they don't have the money. So many people I've talked to are not getting extra overtime. The stores are not hiring extra people because they don't need, the demand isn't there. Why would you hire, 40 extra staff if there's people not buying things? And with the real estate market, we're seeing something that we haven't seen in years, and that is what they call buy downs, interest rate buy downs. Now, think about this. The builders are so desperate right now to get you into a home, to unload inventory, that they will take your current loan. Let's say it's at 7%. What can we do to get you into a house? What can we do? So what they're doing is they're buying down the interest rates. And a lot of these things are giving people really tremendous payments for the first 3 years. Basically, they're lowering the interest rate as much as 3% of what it would normally be. So for the first year, you'll pay X. The second year, it'll bump up 1%. The third year, it'll bump up another percent. The fourth year, you're on your own. You're back to market conditions and what the loan should have been written at for the 30-year loan. Now, this is great because it gives you a low payment to get in the house. And the big thing that all these builders are telling everybody is that you're going to be able to refinance the house to get yourself out of it. Okay? What if interest rates continue to rise? Well, they're not, Dan, because the Fed only said they're going to raise interest rates 0.5 point, and you don't have to worry about that. Do you believe that? Do any of you really believe that interest rates are only going to go up 0.5% more and that's not going to affect everything? We have seen such a dramatic increase in car loans. This is before the interest rate, increase in the last week. So we're seeing car loans that have gone up over 2% for the average person with good credit. And the people with bad credit, over 20% right now, you're paying for a car loan. And you're lucky that you're getting in the car. That's what the banks are telling people right now. So again, I will explain this in a little bit more detail. The builder goes out and gets special financing from a bank. And what they will do is, let's say that the interest rate is supposed to be 7%. They will pay a fee to the bank up front out of escrow when the house sells, so that the interest rate for a set period of time on the loan gets lowered. Let's say it costs them $5,000 to lower the interest for a set period of time. Well, they can do that, and it gives you the incentive to have the lower payment. The only problem is that everybody knows this. Everybody lives this way. You get yourself into a house payment, and let's just say your house payment's $2,000. Well, that's what you can afford. You can afford $2,000. Now, to be told that the same house is now going to be $3,600, can you afford that? Well, I don't know. People need to put pen to paper and understand if they can do that. And what happens if you buy that house and now the payment's $3,600, but the house is now upside down in value, and the house that you purchased for $500,000 is now selling for $420,000? Can you handle that? That's your question. That's a ridiculous question. But all of the business people that I know, the lawyers, the manufacturers, the contractors, who else I talk to? Solar installers, all these people I talk to right now over the course of the last year, the geese are taking off, have all said, over the course of the last week, have all said the same thing, that they just see things turning in a very, very dire way right now. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Let's talk about our sponsor, Private Internet Access. Now, this company's been a sponsor of mine for quite some time, and I used this product prior to them becoming a sponsor, and I have told you guys this. This is the single best thing that I've purchased in 2022. And in fact, when we went through all the customer satisfaction, every story that we've gotten, this is the #1 product for iAllegedly. So it's the iAllegedly, product of the year for 2022, Private Internet Access. Now, think about this. When you go online and you go to a website, you go to Facebook, you go to your bank, you go to Netflix, you run the risk that hackers are going to get access to your data, access to your password, access to, everything on your computer. With a VPN, what it does is it's a virtual private network that makes everything that you do completely private. Now, we just had the World Cup. The cool thing about a VPN is that you have the ability to change your location on your phone, on your computer, on your iPad with the click of one button. This is the single simplest thing to install. There's no hardware. You just install this on your phone, on your computer, up to 10 devices. And I got you guys 83% off the price for this thing. And again, it is the single easiest and best thing to do, and it's the safest thing you can do. So if you do not have a VPN from Private Internet Access, you are a fool, because if you log into your bank, you log into a brokerage account, you go to anything that's secure and you want to be private in any way, this gives you a tunnel of encryption for your data. The bad guys cannot see your passwords. The government, nobody can see this stuff. And it makes it so that you're virtually invisible to the hackers. So please take a look at Private Internet Access today. Get 83% off. Use the link below. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. Guys, it is pennies a day. And again, it is the single best product that I have purchased in 2022. And again, it's our product of the year. Take a look at our sponsor, Private Internet Access. It's absolutely amazing. And good luck to each and every one of you. But if you go into 2023 without a VPN from Private Internet Access, you're on your own. Do this before it's too late, and check on, this today. Hey guys, I want to thank everybody for all the cards and letters that you've sent me, all the gifts, and I truly appreciate that. With the holidays, with my girlfriend being as sick as she is, I appreciate your prayers. the kind recommendations, the cancer treatments, everything that you guys have sent. Please understand, I read everything you send me, and it's truly appreciated. Worldwide, we have a problem, guys, and let's talk about construction for a second. Think about this. In Australia, the largest sector that's going out of business right now is the construction industry. Basically, it's about 30% of the business closures right now. There are thousands of business closures in Australia, and it's construction from everything from home builders, home improvement companies, different commercial developers, everybody. They're just having problems, and this is going to be such a damaging impact to the economy of Australia, because two things that we talked about with Gerald Celente is people have seen interest rates go up so much. In Australia, people have been priced right out of their homes. Imagine that you make enough money to afford an apartment, and now you make the same amount of money, but you have to sleep in your car. That's happening. The working poor is a real big deal, and it's not some low-level person that's a barista or somebody that doesn't want to work. You're talking about people that work for corporations, that work in offices all day long and do not have a home to go to. So there's that. And the other thing is the real estate investment trust, the REITs. In 2022, when Gerald talked about how bad commercial real estate was going to get, I started digging a little deeper into the investments for commercial real estate. And think about this. All these people that have these loans that are not being paid for right now, it's a huge problem right now. So you're seeing the real estate investment trust. This is the second worst year ever for real estate investment trusts right now. And what was the worst year? Dun, 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 2008, guys. Now, 2023, they say that 2023 could be a massive year for real estate downturn. So everybody I talked to that's realistic, and reached out to my friend Jay, who does the foreclosures, and it's just getting a little bit busier, Dan, just starting to crest. The wave is just starting to get bigger. So foreclosures are not here. Jay's not busier right now, but what's happened is this is just the beginning of this right now. So that's what we're seeing right now. So share your thoughts on this stuff. Would you buy a house just to get into a house and buy the interest rate, buy the payment down? I want to remind everybody, in 2007, 2006, 2007, you saw developers that went out and did this exact same thing. They did crazy things to get people into houses. They would lend people more money than the house was worth. In other words, listen, you move in and we'll give you $50,000 for upgrades. Sounds good, right? Well, the only problem with it is that eventually, if people are not making their house payments and things go down, it all goes down, guys. And, my brother calls it the foreclosure. Look, drive through these neighborhoods, and in 2009 and 2010, 2011, you would drive through these neighborhoods with burnout lawns because they were just completely upside down in Riverside County, Moreno Valley, all these areas like that. You're going to see that again. That's going to happen right before our eyes again. And nobody wants to admit that. They just want to think that it's all okay. And I guess I'm the Pied Piper, because the ducks just keep thinking I'm going to stop and start dropping stuff again. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. All the real estate going down. It's a huge problem. You want to see something crazy? This is the sign of the times right here. Look at this. This is a Big Lots store that's going down for the count during the holidays. Take a look at this. Well, guys, this is a sign of the times. Here you've got Big Lots, which is a discount store. Here it is, the middle of December, 2022, and this place is done, guys. Going out of business here in Tustin, California. Again, this place should be bustling and bustling with shoppers because it's the holidays. But no, Big Lots is done, and here's the sign of the times, guys. You're going to see this happen more and more and more. Throughout the country, you're going to see places go out of business. Let's go inside and take a look and see what this swap meet looks like.
Wow, look at the tremendous deals at this place. Oh, gosh, guys. Just barren shelves, already picked through. After talking to the staff, they did send things to other stores that sell much better. So, This is terrible, guys. Absolutely pathetic on such a grand scale. And some of the stuff was 40% off. I saw some 50% off, but really nothing that was worth bragging about. So, you know, look at this. Just such a joke. So let me know if you guys have ever experienced anything like this.
This is pathetic, guys. This is just a joke. I mean, come on. Just pilfered through. It's trash. Okay? So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. But again, here you have a retailer, a discount retailer going out of business during the holidays. Okay? Guys, if you don't think it's going to get worse, you're kidding yourself. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. Have you guys seen this in your area? Let us know. When I talk to older business people that have done their profession for decades, like the lawyer today that had been doing it for 40 years, this guy has seen ups and downs of economies. He's seen dot-com booms. He's seen the real estate collapse. He's seen everything. But this time, he sees people that have no memory, people with amnesia that don't want to look at what we're heading into and how bad this is going to get. So nobody wants to hear this when it comes to investing. Nobody wants to hear slow and steady wins the race. If you save today and you have compounded interest, you can retire someday. Man, I want to make $1 million by Thursday. Understand? Thursday's the day. If you can't do that, you don't know what you're talking about, Dan. Okay. Now, Sam Bankman, it's just a misunderstanding. Fried, he was in a Bohemian court yesterday with his attorney said, I didn't need him in court, but it was absolute chaos and absolute pandemonium because they're going to waive extradition. They're not going to waive extradition. Now they're going to waive extradition. Now they're going to fight it. Whatever. This guy is really shocked that he's in such trouble right now. So it's interesting, guys, because these companies that went out there and that supported all these different political organizations, it's wrong that this guy is, everybody should be arrested over there. Everybody with that company should be arrested because there was no business. Even the guy that rolled over that was the whistleblower, I think he's got serious liability, but you guys be the judge of that. Now, Vice Media, okay? Vice Media, their projections for earnings are $100 million upside down. $100 million upside down for a media company that sells ads, guys. So that's doomed. Jeff Bezos just expressed interest that he may want to get out of the Washington Post. Why? Why is that? You got your dream. You got to control the world, like Dr. Evil. Come on. Okay, now it's boring now? Okay. Wants to spend more time with the weather girl and not run the Washington Post. So he may sell the Washington Post right now. Just speculation that that's going to happen, but that's what they're talking about right now. And again, slow and steady wins the race. Nobody wants to talk about, taking your time, building a business, cutting costs. I am telling you guys right now, the best thing you can do for yourself. Start with yourself. Be investable. Are you investable? Are you somebody that people would hire right now? Oh, we got to have Dan. Dan's great, okay? Dan knows how to show up on time. Dan knows how to sell. Dan knows how to talk to people. Dan's got, some real, assets to Dan. Are you that person or are you not that person? I'm telling you this right now, guys. You're going to see everybody go lean and mean. They're going to trim the fat on everything. You're going to see businesses go out of business like we've never seen before. Big loss, one store, big deal, but that's a big deal. That's a high-end city in Tustin, California, and the store never really liked it. Always thought it was dirty. Always thought the workers were lazy, but that's just me, okay? But for a store to go down during the holiday season is utterly shocking right now. So you're going to see more and more businesses go out of business right now, and make the call on this stuff, guys. Do you think that this is where this, are we going to fix it or is it going to get better? More and more people are upset by inflation. Jim Cramer's making all these recommendations now on how to get yourself investment ready and what to look forward to for 2023. The fact that this guy has a platform at all is nonsense. The fact that his investment platform is $500 a year is insanity. I don't think anybody in this world should go out and hire this guy, this shill, okay, who's never been right, okay? So good luck, okay, with Jim Cramer. Great article below about inflation and how people feel about inflation right now and how upset they are about inflation. Rightfully so, guys. But here's the plan that people are going to do to fix inflation, to combat it. Okay, what? Make more money? That's the only plan that combats inflation, guys, is having more money to afford things that you need in your life. Okay? People are spending less money this Christmas than years gone by on cheaper merchandise. Okay? It's not the high-end stuff, guys. It's all the stuff, all the cheap stuff, everything that's discounted, the Aldis, the Big Lots. You know, stores like that are generally doing better right now. But when you see one of them go down for the count, guys, this is a bad sign. And nobody wants to admit that. I am telling you, get yourself out of consumer debt. People are in so much debt right now. People are borrowing to the hilt. You know, car guys wrote me about my car video the other day. How dare you say that stuff? You know, we're not there to rip people off. No, you're there to fleece people. There's a difference. You're there to squeeze every dollar and eradicate it out of the, you know, the marks that walk through the front door. And if you don't admit that, you're a fool. But the one thing that we're seeing is the high-end car sales, the guys that sell the G-Wagons, the guys that sell the high-end Porsches, is the commissions where they were making sometimes $10,000, $15,000 in a really high-end car. They're getting $1,500 for it now. So they're not getting the commissions that they were getting either. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. You're seeing so much happen behind the scenes. Talk to people in the industries that you know, people that are designers for the home builders. Ask them what they're doing. Hey, who's paying for the upgrades right now? Well, the builders are paying us right now, Dan. Really? Yeah, people can't afford to have, you know, buy a house for $1.5 million and they have $300,000 in upgrades. So the builder's doing everything they can to kick stuff in. And then, you know, it's upside down, guys. Everything is. 2023 is going to be right around the corner. One video I did last year that people, when it originally dropped it on Saturday. It was the resolutions and the plans for the new year. I, for one, did everything, okay? Everything I wanted to do got done a month ago, actually. Sit down and put pen to paper. If you're not that person, and I have people that make a tremendous amount of money and that are incredibly successful, and they've all said, oh, that one little thing you do with the sheet in front of the mirror, things you want to do this week, write them down. Christmas week, Hanukkah starts, all that stuff. Make a list of things you want to do, people you want to call, people you want to get done between now and next week, and put it on the mirror. Wherever you shave, wherever you get, you know, coffee in the morning by the coffee pot, wherever you are, put that out there. And you know what? Mark the stuff off that gets done. And you'll be surprised because so many times people are well-intended. Oh, I'm really going to do this right away. And then they don't get anything done. But the question for the video was, how bad will it get? Guys, when you see builders go out of business and complete industries go down, that's a warning sign. Well, you just shouldn't be in the construction business, Dan. Oh, okay. I want you to think of everything that goes into construction. I want you to think of everything that goes into cars, car repairs. You're starting to see auto repair places that tell me stories like, Dan, people are putting off simple maintenance. They're putting off the oil changes. They're putting off, you know, rotating the tires. They're doing anything that may represent extra money and extra payment. Now, people will lie to you and say, I'm too busy to go to the mechanic and deal with that. Oh, okay. Just going to be more expensive down the road, guys. So your internet safety is a big deal. Look at private internet access, guys. I'm telling you, it's the best thing I've bought all year. I love the company. So much is happening in 2023. All this travel, all this stuff happening right now. And you've got to get yourself ready for this. Prepare yourself now. You know, to sit there and say, hey, we're going to combat inflation. It's with what? Another job? That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Don't spend any money you don't need. Don't buy anything that you don't need. Don't buy me any crap that I don't need. The best gifts are the thoughtful gifts, the cards that people write me. Okay, those are the best things ever, guys. You know, Starbucks is cool too. Okay, but guys, you know what I mean? Nobody needs, I don't need another tie, guys. Okay, I just don't. You know, my family knows it. Everybody knows it. Everything I'm going through personally right now. You know, appreciate your loved ones. Be kind to people. Understand this, that there are so many people out there that are so broke, that look flashy. Could you imagine making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and being broke? And if you didn't get paid, you couldn't make the payments, the car payments, the jet skis, the boat, country club, all your stuff. Now you can sit there and say, you don't need that. You don't need the gym. You don't need any of that stuff. None of us do. The point is that there's people that have overextended themselves so much that they can't get out of it, and they're doomed. Mark my words, guys. Mark my words. You're going to see people go bankrupt like you've never seen before. You're going to see institutions go out of business. You're going to see businesses go down and close, and you're going to see people merge for the better of the community. Nonsense. It's survival is what's happening right now. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Let me know who you'd like to see on the show. Gerald was great. Gerald's the greatest guy in the world. Take a look at the Trends Journal too, guys, and sign up for that. I'm a member of the Trends Journal. It's absolutely amazing. It's a great value. And share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think about all this. I'm going to end this video with these last few stories. Great story out of the LA Times where people say, hey, we may have overpaid for our home and we're nervous for this right now. Yeah, you did. And if you financed it and you put very little down, you are upside down. You're in that water right now. That's where you're at right now. You are doomed, okay? LA County has a new tax called the homeless tax, and this is for mansions. If you sell a house over $5 million, you have to pay 4% more in tax for the homeless, okay? So the super rich are trying to figure out ways around this. How can they close escrow on a home without having to pay this tax? Now think about this. This tax, that would add 400 grand off the seller's net dollars for selling a $5 million house. I keep saying 4 million. If you sell a $10 million house, the tax goes to 5.5% or 550 grand. Now, there are people out there going, Dan, 550 grand, on $10 million, that's no big deal. They should pay that. Okay, fine. Okay? The idea, guys, is to get ahead in life. The idea is to not have to work 7 days a week. The idea is to be able to take a break. Or rich people that get ahead, you guys can, they shouldn't be able to do that. Okay. Remember that. Final story is Budweiser. They were going to sponsor, and they did sponsor the World Cup in Qatar or Equator or whatever you want to call that country. Okay, they had a World Cup. Final was exciting, but okay, they had a bunch of beer left over. So what they did is Budweiser just donated all the beer to Argentina because they couldn't use it in Qatar, and it was stacked to the ceiling. So the booze hounds in Argentina are going to get free beer. Okay, congratulations. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Take a look at our sponsor, Private Internet Access. And reach out, guys, if you need me. Hello at iAllegedly. Don't forget we have a Patreon channel if you want to sign up for. You get more exclusive content from me. We have an email list that you can sign up for below. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.